Hello everyone, namaste. Welcome back to M's book. It's been a long time I've seen you guys. Today I'm here with a ride from Chittur, which is my native, to Gudimallam. This is a place where we have the Gudimallam temple, which is situated between Tirupathi and Puttur. Roughly around 68 kilometers from my place. As soon as you heard of my ride, you would have thought, why were you going to this temple? Exactly, this is what my friend asked me to. Why were you going to this temple? To answer this question of why, I have a sequence of questions of whys. So let's see what all clues I found to answer these whys. Let's ride on. Questions of whys. I reached this temple because this is believed to be a temple which was constructed in 1st or 2nd century. Remember what century it is now. It's a long gap, and it's such an old temple which will have the most raw information about evolution. Just by the glance of these idols, you can tell how pretty old they are and how pretty old constructions these are. I found a lot of yalis on the construction. These yalis are makara yalis. Just look at this construction style. This is a pretty old type of construction form of shivling, and this style of architecture is called Gajapushti, which is the rear view of an elephant. Now let's look into the history of this temple. It is said that Lord Parashurama, who is an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, and Yaksha, who is an incarnation of Lord Brahma, had a dispute on Shiva worship, and this dispute led to a fight, and they boxed here for 14 years, and which led to the formation of a pit. Gudi means temple, Pallam means pit, hence giving the name Gudimallam, and as we pronounce it, it is turned into Gudimallam. Keeping the story of the temple apart, we are here for the basic evolution reasons. Look at this structure. This resembles a peacock in between and two different creatures on each side. This looks like an reptilian with legs and feathers on behind and mouth on top, which basically doesn't have any top neck level features or body level features of a peacock. You can see them either side of this construction. Now look at the top of this structure. What is a creeper like structure that moves from these two reptilians and intersect at the top? Doesn't this look familiar? Does this resemble something like this? This is the DNA structure, the root cause of all life on earth. Just a change in a DNA can give a lot of difference in the creature. Does this architecture gives the information that slight change in the DNA of these two reptilians might give birth to a creature like peacock? Not sure. Thus we get a slight hint of my why question. To search for more hints in the temple, we moved into the interior of the temple. Here we can see a different human-like figures carved on interior side. The video might not be clear, but as I saw it, there were two monkey carvings, and next to it there was a human being with a raised hand. And these lie in the very dark regions inside the temple. You can admire the architecture, but the secrets are always hidden in the dark corners of the temple. Not sure what does those carvings represent. Leaving the puzzle unsolved, I start moving up ahead, looking for more answers. On the ceiling, I find two fish-like structures parallel to each other. This might be some kind of a coexistence, but not sure with the answers. Does this architecture represent that we were genetically modified from primates? Monkeys? Anyways, there is no much information about this clue. But let's see that. Is there any information who did all these genetical modifications on Earth so that we have so many variety of creatures? For the answer for this why question, I was looking around the temple for more answers. Then I found this. As I walked into the sanctum, I got a clue. Who did all these DNA experiments? This is the main deity of this temple, with a cylindrical structure on the top and two human-like structures in the bottom. And this is how it looks from the side and behind view. Doesn't this resemble a rocket? This shape is exactly used in rockets for a perfect propulsion. Let me tell you a story how the knowledge of a modern or advanced civilization can be mistaken. This happened during World War II when US soldiers happened to land upon few tribal islands where those tribes did not have any idea about what a modern civilization looks like, and they didn't even have a clue about other human settlements around the world. So this US Navy or US Air Force people, when they knew how to survive in the jungles, and when they have this all modern civilized way of living, they were able to make fire faster, they were able to construct houses, they were able to teach these tribes how to hygienically stay, how to eat hygienically, how to cure certain diseases, and how to heal wounds, and all these advanced civilizational methods to the tribes. They started believing them, these people, as gods, and they even started worshipping them. And when these US men left those places, these tribes where these tribes started to construct a wooden aircraft out of sticks and twigs and grass, and used to light fire before this wooden aircrafts, and started to pray to it, and wishing these godly men would return back and help their civilization. So is this how this first and second century people misunderstood this rocket to something else of their knowledge and constructed it this way? Adding upon to this, we have a phenomenon that's happening in the sanctum. It is said that once in 60 years, a water from a nearby river, which is around 30 to 40 kilometers away, flows into the sanctum and touches the feet of the deity. Doesn't this look something similar to a rocket propulsion? As we all know that we use liquid hydrogen and oxygen to have the rocket propelled to outer space against the Earth's gravitational field. We use these fluids, and which causes a large amount of noise and temperature, which in turn might damage the rocket. To handle this situation, 1,000,000 gallons of water is pumped during the rocket propulsion, where water cools down the temperature, and also these water bubbles act as an sound absorbing agent and reduces the noise, and which in turn might damage the rocket. So did the native people who saw this activity happening in first or second century and try to create the same structure inside the sanctum? Let me know what do you think. And why South India? And why do we have this first Shiva temple constructed in South India? And why do you think an extraterrestrial should land only in India when compared to other parts of the world? Here is a magnetic density map which clearly states that the density of magnet or earth gravity is less when compared to other regions of the world. And here is this blue dark spot which clearly shows that the low density levels of magnetism or gravitation around South India and Indian Ocean. So this is the reason why we have Lingodbhava Shiva temples, which clearly shows or depicts that a person coming out of a cylindrical structure. Does this cylindrical structure resemble a rocket? What do you think? And did our ancestors mistake this rocket for something else and created a structure in the shape of linga? And was that Lord Shiva, who landed upon earth, created wide variety of life forms experimenting on DNAs, which gave rise to different wildlife structures with different colors, pigments, strength, stamina and thinking abilities? I think so. I believe so. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and this is Manoj signing off on M's BoOK. See you guys in another video. Stay tuned, have fun, cheers.